Yeah, what a great atmosphere. Really thankful to be just in a great place with great people. Man, I loved being able to watch the Mean Green play, and just thankful for all the people that came out. It's an October game, and we're playing basketball, and it was a great environment. A&M's obviously a fantastic team, a top 25 team, and they'll be an NCAA tournament team. And we've got a lot of improvements that we can make, but I really loved our competitiveness tonight. I really did. I loved the way we competed. Felt like we gave ourselves a chance to win because we played extremely hard and played together.
Questions for Pop and Joe?
Joe, how did this kind of feel for you guys? This is the first full game for you guys going against a quality opponent. How did you feel, especially with some of the lineups you guys kind of had to shift into with foul trouble?
It was exciting. These are the games that you grow up wishing you're in. And we talked about it before the game. It's not going to be perfect, but I'm glad that we stay, together and connected as a group and pull this one out.
Pop, this is a little bit of a different October for you than it was last year. So how does it feel to be in this environment and this situation, this kind of caliber opponent from where you were last year?
It's fun. I'm a super competitive person. We're a super competitive team. We were just waiting to get out there and play basketball. Obviously, last year we didn't have an exhibition game, and I was just getting back on 2 feet, really like playing, coming off the surgery and stuff like that. So it was fun. I just enjoyed myself out there playing with my teammates in the first pro game. That's all it is. I had fun.
Pop, a pretty good night for you from the field, but take me to the final 2 minutes. You missed 3 free throws, but then you get that crucial turnover, forcing that big dunk. I guess take me through when something doesn't go right, you're right there to back it up in another fashion of the game.
Coach stays on me every day about it. Stop putting your head down. Next play, you're gonna make shots, you're gonna miss shots. It's all about the next play and staying together. So I just tried to go out there and make up for it. I got to get back to working on free throws again, I guess.
Pop, I'm not sure how much y'all were able to kind of scout them before an exhibition game, but did you expect with the way they play defense that you might be able to have a night behind the arc?
I was just playing basketball and playing off my teammates, honestly. I didn't go in here with no expectation on what I was going to do. I just went in here with expectation on how we we're going to win the game. So,
Joe, did you kind of learn anything about this team, or did it kind of reaffirm anything that you thought you knew, but now that you kind of have this experience, did you?
I knew we had tough guys, to be honest. I'm glad we had this test. Like everybody knows, there's a top 15 team, and I'm glad we came out with the win. But I knew we were tough, to be honest with you. Just the way we're all connected to each other. The coach talks about it all the time. I feel like we're really connected after this one.
And Pop, you came in with Lamar last year. He's got those 4 fouls, and I don't think he left the floor after he picked up his 4th. So what have you seen from him so far in his second year, and what was he able to do tonight?
He's improved so much, just mentally on the court, and he's got a lot better from last year. He has a really high IQ, so I'm sure we all trusted him in there when he had those 4 fouls. He has a really high IQ. He knows how to guard. He's really strong. So his improvement from his freshman year to now, obviously I've seen it. We've been together, so it's been amazing. He stayed in the gym, and he's gotten a lot better for sure. I'm proud of him. That's one of my best friends. So.
I know one thing over the offseason was trying to improve defensively, and you guys obviously having to play defense all the way down to the final shot there. I guess take me through what you think how the defense did tonight.
I thought we was connected, honestly, at the end. We all got in the huddle. Obviously the coaches were telling us, we got to get a stop, we got to stop fouling. But we all got in our individual huddle, and we told each other, come on, this is the last 4. I think we were down 4 with about a minute and 30 seconds left or something like that. We told each other, we got to get a stop, and that's where Pop got that steal for a layup, and then we got another stop after that, So I just feel like we still connected throughout the whole game.
Yeah, just harping on what he said. I think we came together at the right time, but we can't give up 49 points in the half. Or 47 points in the half. We want to keep winning games at this level. So that's the point of. We did good. We were good at times, but we still got to get better at it.
For either of the players, is there any of the A&M players that stood out to you that were impressive or had impressive nights from your perspective?
They're all respectable. It's a good team. It's under a good coach. Like Coach said, that's an NCAA team. So, proud of what they got going on over there. All respect to them.
Yeah, respect to their players. Had really good guard play, obviously, with Radford and Wade Taylor. So, respect to them for sure.
All right, we'll let the guys go.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you guys. You guys have a good night.
Appreciate you guys.
So what were kind of some of the adjustments you kind of had to make with lineups or shift when foul trouble kind of came, especially late?
If you look at A&M, they've consistently done this. They get to the free throw line. Those two guards can really get to the free throw line. It's like the best thing they do is put you in space and create opportunities where you have to guard them and they can get fouled. And that was evident today. We ended up switching some ball screens at the end and went with a smaller lineup that I thought helped us. I mean, honestly, we shifted and tried to make those guys give the ball up, and they started giving it up, and they passed it and did a good job of finishing. We've got a lot of growing to do. I mean, we really do. I mean, you can look at this thing in a lot of ways as a team and as a coach, and I told them I'm really excited because of the way we got after it. Our guys played hard no matter what the score was, but as far as execution of what we want to do, it wasn't very good. So we got a long way to go in regards to how we want to guard, what we want to do defensively. I mean, that's probably doubled what I've been used to seeing. So, but give them credit; they're a tough team to defend.
And what did you see from? I mean, you talked about Lamar. He's made leaves. You left him out there with 4 fouls. What did you see from him down the stretch to kind of bring it home for you?
Yeah, what it is you play in these games where the ability to share the basketball against switching defense and the way they switch personnel and switch defenses and the way they press and then they go back, they had a lot of different coverages happening. I mean, really you got to have an awareness, and Lamar has a great awareness, got a great feel for the game. And so once he finally settled in to not feeling like he had to go dribble and attack, then I thought he really made some great passes, and when he needed to go attack, offered some huge transition baskets that really kind of put them on their heels, and that's what we needed to do. Like, that pressure kept pushing us out and starting offense late, and Lamar was able to get us into the paint a few times that really gave us an advantage in the second half.
Coach, I know one thing that you were kind of concerned about was the physicality of your team going up against other opponents, more specifically in the Big 12, but going up against A&M, I guess, how did you think you guys did as far as the physicality?
I thought they exposed us, honestly, in a lot of ways, and they got 17 offensive rebounds, and at the half I think they had 6, so they ended up with 11, and there was just a stretch there where when we were really concerned about Wade and Radford we're putting 2 on the ball, and they were able to get offensive rebounds, and it really could have been the difference in the game, and their second chance points 23 to our 6, and I've been pretty consistent in saying that our ability to shoot is going to be a strength of ours. I mean, if we can share the basketball and not turn it over, and we didn't. And then when we did get stops, we were able to score in transition. I thought that was a big plus for this team. We practiced that quite regularly, and from an execution standpoint, those things you can tell. If we can learn to shore up defensive rebounding, then really, I like our team's ability to run and with different guys that can handle the ball.
And I know that you really wanted to stress transition offense, more specifically just getting faster this year. 4 guys ending up in double digits tonight. I guess, what do you take away from what they were able to do and go on the transition offense side of things?
Yeah, I mean, just the numbers say 28 to 8 fast break points. I mean, I don't know what that really is because sometimes that's not accurate. But for the most part, just how can we put pressure on people over the course of the game by running off of misses. And when we did get misses, I felt like we did turn them over. I mean, that's a solid team. They had 14 turnovers. We only had 10. That felt like kind of the one place that we were able to create a little opportunity, when we weren't fouling.
Exhibitions like this don't normally happen with this kind of crowd, this kind of teams. Was there any ever hesitation in having your guys go up against this kind of challenge early, and afterwards, what's your thoughts on playing this level of competition before you get the season started?
One, it felt like this team needed a live game under the lights, and against a really good opponent, because you can kind of hide in scrimmages, to be honest, like maybe really what you are and who you are, and I did want us to play a team that I felt like was one of the best offensive rebounding teams in the country, right? And someone that really I think that's going to be our where we have to grow the most. Like, how physical can we be rebounding? Because we did struggle with that, and we did struggle tonight. So, like, doing something that put us in public doing that, I felt like really would help us grow. And I mean, this game is great. don't get me wrong, but this has no bearing on our season. You know that. I mean, that's the truth. And I mean, I love the opportunity to play A&M, and that's what I was hopeful for. And then to bring attention to such a great university here, and they got a great program, and I felt like we needed to be tested. And we walk away from it. I know we won the game, but really, you know, like this is going to be about teaching and getting better. This isn't going to be about celebrating wins. Honestly, it's going to be about how do we get better as a team, because this game doesn't count. As much as everybody's maybe excited when we walk out here and tell you how great you are that you won a game, like honestly, this game doesn't mean anything in regards to our season. So really just excited about how we can grow.
And you mentioned their offensive rebounding between Garcia and Coleman. What kind of rebounding duo do you see in those two from a kind of scouting other team standpoint?
Yeah, I mean, it's because of the pressure those guards put on you. You kind of get caught trying to put two on the ball, and then those guys are getting runways to the rim. And I thought on penetration a few times that we got knocked off and didn't compete to go get it with two hands. And really, rebounding's a lot of effort. It's a lot about staying out of rotations. But then at the end, you have to be able to have an awareness of where you are and who's with you. And I saw about 4 of them where we just didn't hit anybody, you know, and that can't happen. Like you can maybe get pushed under and somebody is 50-50 and they make a great play, but like we didn't hit a few times, which that's where we've got to make some significant growth.
Hey, Coach, I just wanted to kind of get your thoughts on coming back to Denton, this time as kind of as a visitor, if you will. You know, you get to coach on the home sideline, but I guess your thoughts come back here and seeing the Tech crowd up there as well.
Yeah, I mean, there's just such great people, and we have such a great fan base in the Metroplex, right? And DFW, the Red Raiders are everywhere. So I knew when we came out, it was fun to have such a great venue, and I thought, you know, just the people that I've spent a lot of time with here in the North Texas fans and family that are here. It was just really a special night to see Coach Hodge and just to be around the staffs. And someone asked me, like, what was it like? And I said it was weird, but it didn't feel like it felt right. It really did. It felt like we're where we're supposed to be, and he's where he's supposed to be, and the programs are both really strong and going in the right direction. So just, I think, was really a blessing is what it was to be back and to be a part of it. And I know Coach Hodge was cringing because we gave up 84 points. So I mean, I'm sure we'll have a little coaching session that he'll give it to me afterwards. But man, just really a beautiful night and a blessing just to be around such great people. Honestly.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks, Coach.
All right, thank y'all.